The NFL draft has concluded, and we're going to look at some rookies and see how they fit into the fantasy landscape for this year and beyond. Starting at the top, Ashton Jeanty going number 6 overall to the Raiders. From day one, a first-round pick in the Devon A-Chain range. Going to get 300 touches. Improving offensive line, improving organizational structure. So we like Jeanty to be the front runner for Rookie of the Year right out of the gate, and probably a big-time fantasy producer for many years to come. Travis Hunter at the 2 slot, the best football player in the draft, bar none. What that means from a fantasy perspective, hard to say. Jaguars have come out and said he's going to start at wide receiver, get some packages on defense. What does that mean when you're looking at a high pick, especially in Dynasty? If Travis Hunter were going to be on the field 100% of the time as a wide receiver, he might be in contention for the 101 in rookie drafts. He's that talented of a player. Not knowing if he's only going to get 80% of the offensive snaps or 50%, it's a little hesitation, but the talent is there. The offensive scheme is there. I like his opportunity, but a little hesitation. Tet McMillan going to Carolina. He's going to be Bryce Young's number 1 wide receiver, big X type of guy from day one. I see him having a very productive rookie year, and I like his upside in the long run. Colston Loveland going number 10 to the Bears. I think this was a poor pick for the Bears, not because of the player and the talent. I think he's going to be a very good player in this league, but the Bears, I think Cole Kmet is a good player, and I don't think they needed a tight end. Like, you can improve in other places that early in the draft. That draft capital is high, even for a quality player like Loveland. Down the line, I think he's going to be a very competent player in this league. Tyler Warren, similar situation where an immense talent at the tight end position, but he goes to Indianapolis where it's going to be Richardson or Danny Dimes throwing in the rock. Not ideal. Bucks, 19 overall, Ibuka from Ohio State. It's just a really crowded wide receiver room with Evans and Godwin and McMillan, and now this guy. It just doesn't seem like the right fit. Omarion Hampton, number 22 to the Chargers. By all accounts, the second best running back in this draft. Najee Harris is a problem. They signed him to come in and be their guy, and now Omarion Hampton is going to have to share the backfield with Najee Harris. Not ideal for a guy that you might want to take second overall in your rookie draft. But long term, in this offense, in a horrible offense, Roman, and running the ball in a good offensive line, sky's the limit for Hampton's overall career. Just year one, I would temper our expectations. Matt Golden, speedster out of Texas, going to the Green Bay Packers, just adding another weapon to the Jordan Love offense. I like the landing spot. I don't know that he's better than Dontavian Wicks, for example, or Dobbs, or Reed. It's just, or even Bo Melton. They just have a lot of guys there. So this might have been a little early for a guy who I'm not positive is a number 1 type wide receiver talent. Travion Henderson goes to New England. If he had a better landing spot, I'd be higher on him for fantasy. He's kind of an all-purpose back, and I love the talent here. However, New England, that offense, even with Drake May and the new coaching staff, you expect them to improve. But I think if you expect that, I think Ramondre Stevenson could have been the improvement as well. I think there's going to be a lot of split touches, and I don't know if anyone takes hold of this backfield right off the bat, because I think Stevenson is still a pretty good player, even though I like the talent of Henderson. Similarly, with Judkins going to Cleveland, they took him over Travion, which was interesting. I like Jerome Ford. I think he's still a really good football player too, and he's not going to cede full work here to the young, talented rookie out of Ohio State. If either of those guys were to get a full workload, a 3-down workload, they're home runs, and they're guys you want on your roster. Off the bat, though, I think you should just, with most rookies, temper expectations, because Judkins has Ford just like Travion has Stevenson. Higgins, big wide receiver, going to the Texans. A lot of opportunity here because all they have is Nico Collins. They signed Christian Kirk. I like that signing to take some of that Stephon Diggs work, and Higgins is a big target coming out of Iowa State. There's a lot of opportunity here. He could be a starter from day one, somebody that I'll probably be targeting as we get closer to draft season. R.J. Harvey going to one of the best possible situations in football, Denver Broncos, with a good coach who's had plenty of successful fantasy running backs in the past. Crowded backfield with Audric Estime and Jaleel McLaughlin, but opportunity to take it and run with it. Harvey, a little older than you like for a rookie running back, but the metrics and the talent is certainly there. He's going to be a sexy pick come draft day. Finally, Caleb Johnson going to the Steelers, taking the Najee Harris role. A lot of opportunity here. A lot of people thought Jaylen Warren, this might be his time. I think with this selection, Jaylen Warren's going to remain what he was, and Caleb Johnson is going to be what Najee Harris was, which is a pretty good professional plus fantasy running back. Thanks. Let me know your opinions in the comments.